The board sports, here we go. SEC rivalry week got two big ones right now. Watching Texas hang in there. We had Georgia Tech earlier today. They cashed. So big wins all over the board here in college football today. Now we're looking ahead tomorrow. We got Tennessee Vandy and we got Alabama Auburn. And Alabama win puts them in the SEC title game. Now, Vandy and Tennessee, probably not Tennessee, but Vandy still has a shot here at the CFP, but they're going to need a win over Tennessee to get it done. Let's hop into that game first, then we'll get to Bama Auburn. Vanderbilt, number 12th in the country, Tennessee 18th. Right now, Tennessee at home, a 3-point favorite. You're over under 66.5. Now, 57% of ticket count, 83% of the handle going to the over 66.5, 43% of ticket count, 17% of the handle going to the under in that. Now, when you look at the sides, bets split right down the middle, but the money is not. 51% of ticket count going to Vanderbilt +3, but it's equaling 70% of the handle. Only 49% of ticket count going to Tennessee for 30% of the handle. So bets 50-50, money not so much, 70-30. Vanderbilt dominating it. Now look, Vanderbilt comes into this thing 9-2, Tennessee 8-3. Both of Vanderbilt's losses have been on the road. Tennessee 4-2 at home this year. Vanderbilt's coming off back-to-back wins after their loss to Texas 34-31. Let's hope that one doesn't come back to bite them with Pavia and company. Tennessee, same thing, back-to-back wins. They walked the dog against Florida, New Mexico State since that 6-point loss to Oklahoma, which pretty much sealed their fate. Now, head-to-head, Tennessee has won the last 6 meetings. Last year, they won 36-23 in Vanderbilt. When you look at a little deeper into this, Vanderbilt 10-2 their last 12 and 5-0 ATS their last 5 games. Tennessee 6-2 are their last 8. 2-6 though ATS in those 8. The over between these two teams is cashed for the last 5 games. Tennessee's played to the over 11 of their last 15. Now, here's the thing. Vanderbilt 9-4 ATS the last 13 versus Tennessee. I think if you can get a 3.5, you absolutely take Vanderbilt. So it's either take Vanderbilt plus 3.5, but to me, they got to beat Tennessee for me to prove it. The fact that the money's on Vanderbilt's side, I'm not a huge fan of that. So I would actually, if you can get a 3.5 again, I would take that. But I would actually lean Tennessee on the money line here, minus $1.40. I think that's the better way to play this thing when you go into it. Now, when you look at points per game and how all that shakes out statistically between these two teams, Vanderbilt averaging 38.9 points per game, 16th best offense in the country. Tennessee averaging 42.3. Now, defensively, though, Vanderbilt has hung in there. 29th best Tennessee, number 1 ranked offense points per game. But Tennessee's Vanderbilt's hung in there. 21.7 points per game, good for 29th in the country, not bad. And then Tennessee giving up 27.3 points per game. Again, I think obviously a lot of people are pointing towards this over. The fact that 66.5, I think for sure, if you look to kind of tease the over down, I think that's definitely a way you can play it. But to me, again, Tennessee money line would be the play. I just don't see Vanderbilt being able to knock out Big Brother. But if they're ever going to do it, this by far is Vanderbilt's best shot to do that. No holds bar. Moving on, Alabama, Auburn. Now, Alabama, if they win, they clinch their ticket to the SEC title game. Iron Bowl in Auburn has been a house of horrors, though, for Alabama. Has not treated them well whatsoever in the history of going down to Auburn. Right now, Alabama's a 5.5-point favorite. 46.5 is the total. All the money's on the over. 82% of ticket count, 80% of the handle going over 46.5. 18% of ticket count, 20% of the handle going to the under. Now, when you look at that spread and even it out to 5.5, obviously 83% of tickets, 78% of the handle is on Bama. 17% of ticket count, 22% of the handle is on Auburn in this one. Auburn obviously fired Hugh Freeze. They're in the market for a new coach. Auburn 2-6 over their last 8 and just 3-7 ATS their last 10. Now, Auburn has played to the under 7 of their last 10. Auburn's also played to the under 5 of their last 6 games at home. Bama, let's flip over to them. 9-1 straight up their last 10 games, 7-2-1 ATS their last 10. They've played to the under 7 of their last 8, which makes everybody going to the over a little curious on this one. And then Alabama has won 5 straight against Auburn. 5 straight times the Crimson Tide have beat them. But again, we've had the punt or the field goal block for the touchdown. Remember that. That was pretty awesome with Auburn and Alabama. Last year in Alabama, Alabama won that game 28-14. Last time in Auburn, 27-24. The time before that, Alabama beat them 24-22, but that was in overtime. And the time before, the 2 before that, Auburn won. So in the last 4 meetings in Auburn, Auburn has won 2 of these. The other 2 has been by 2 points and 3 points. So really, Alabama goes down here and has really had the pressure put on them. Again, I don't want to be a square when I say this, but I think you got to find a dance partner for Alabama to put them with in a 2-team money line parlay, because I feel like that's the way you get there. Whether you use the Denver Broncos in the NFL, whether you use the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFL, whether you find a college football game that you feel really good about. I don't know who that would be, maybe in Oklahoma. I don't know what that does to the line. Michigan State, somebody. You got to find somebody to dance with. I'm not laying 5.5 on the road with Bama, but I will say this: Alabama's going to win the football game. I think they get out of there. It might be a little dicey, but I think the Crimson Tide are able to roll past here. Now, when you look at it and you break it down statistically, Alabama averaging 33.8 points per game. Auburn, 27.4, so about 6 points per game better. Alabama, 11th ranked defense in the country, 16.2. As to where Auburn giving up 20.1. Again, that's what makes that under. I know everybody's going over here because it's short. It's under 47. They're setting at 46.5. But I would say look at maybe just playing the game, a 6-point teaser with just the game. Take an Alabama pick with under 52.5. I don't see this thing. I mean, 27-24, you're still under. I think that's more likely to what the game is. So, yeah. 2-team 6-point teaser, Alabama in the under. Also, look for people to put Alabama with in a money line parlay. And I like it's 46.5. Maybe you buy the hook under 47. I still like. I think that has extreme value there when you're talking about Alabama. And just playing here in real time, here we'll hop over to FanDuel and we'll look at Alabama and put them, see who we can dance with as far as odds to help you guys out. Minus 220 on the money line. Again, I don't want to lay minus 220. That's way too high, but you could put them with a Hawaii, put you minus $1.07. If you go with Tulane's too big, just scrolling down. If you put them with Oklahoma, minus $1.40 there. I could get down with that. Another team, Tennessee's at minus $1.34. If you had Bama, Tennessee, you'd be plus 154. I think that has some legs to it. And then look in here, just one more for you. Side note, I like App State minus 1.5 tomorrow. I know we're not doing a show on them, but if you put Delaware, they're trying to be bowl eligible. Delaware and Bama in a money line parlay, plus $1.27. And then if you wanted to go real homerish, if you think Ohio State stops the streak, Ohio State, Bama, minus $1.20. Though I do check out our show we did on Ohio State, Michigan. I think you'll like that. But those would be the different ways you could play it. But again, I think Bama gets there money line wise. I like the under. It's 46.5. Get under 47. Lay $1.20 by the hook. I like under 47. And I love that teaser. Bama pick with under 52.5. Click that like, hit subscribe. Break the Board Sports, where we help you become a better handicapper. God bless and happy handicapping.